watching Let's Chat.
We've all heard I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream, but around my house I scream if people get in the way of me and my ice cream. And now there are two new flavors. Scottie Mayfield is here to talk about a couple of new ones that have never been on the market before. Scottie, good to see you, my friend, as always.
Good to be here.
You guys are constantly reinventing the combination of art and science into your ice cream. You and I were talking during the break. A couple of these flavors that you're here to talk about have never been on the market before. Right. I guess I could say why not, but we'll get to that here in a few minutes. First of all, spring and summer, best time to eat ice cream, but for guys like Scottie and me, any time is a good time to eat ice cream. We're going to begin down there and talk about this new flavor that you have got coming out. But let's see, what is this?
Strawberry chocolate chip ice cream sandwich. It's just a...
that doesn't sound like anything but good, Scottie.
Well, it's a strawberry and chocolate goes together.
Sure.
We just finished Valentine's Day a little bit while back, and that's one of the things people do. And so it's pretty easy to do this with a chocolate wafer, and we've got some little chocolate bits in there, which work well. And so it's a new flavor. We'll see how it does.
Those two flavors do complement each other extremely well. And around my house, we keep the Mayfield, I got to hold these up, but the ones we keep around our house are just the vanilla, smaller ice cream sandwiches, but yet you have tweaked these.
Well, these are bigger sandwiches. The mini sandwiches, they're just a great snack because they're the right amount of calories, and it's just a good treat. It's kind of a standard, if you will. But these two they're just, we're going to see how they do. The strawberry, I think, will do really well. The brown sugar is you know, a lot of people, I put brown sugar in my oatmeal when I eat oatmeal.
Sure.
And it kind of it kind of spices it up a little bit, and I think that's going to be the case here.
It does add quite a bit to the flavor profile. And again, I've told you, I don't know for how many years, that I keep a box of these in the freezer because 2 or 3 times a week, in the middle of the night, for me, it's like I hear it calling, and I have to go answer. Well, and amazingly enough, and you and I have this in common, have one of those in the middle of the night, it's easier to get back to sleep.
Well, we have them in our house, but it's more for the grandkids.
More for the grandkids. Well, you know, as a responsible grandparent, you have to keep that inventory turned over and fresh for when the grandkids come visit.
That's right.
All right, what do we have here?
So this is a combination of flavors that people just like, and it's caramel, chocolate-covered pretzels. So people love caramel, people love chocolate, and we've found that a lot of times people like a little sweet and a little salt together. So the chocolate-covered pretzel accomplishes that, and I think it's really a great flavor because you get the caramel flavor, and then you get to chew up this chocolate-covered pretzel.
It seems like in recent years, pretzels have kind of worked their way into every facet of food that we have. I mean, you can get pretzel bread, and we have seen pretzel ice cream before, but I don't think we've ever seen pretzel ice cream in this particular flavor. And I got to ask you, do you mind if I take a bite of it? And if you do mind, you better hurry up and say so because...
And the other thing is that the chocolate-covered pretzel helps keep the pretzels a little crisper. If they were just in the ice cream, they might get a little gooey a little early. But I think being chocolate-covered will help them be crisp longer.
I don't know if it's the salt from the pretzels combined with the caramel or with the ice cream itself, but certainly a different taste.
Yes, it is. And this is one of those flavors that we're going to try, see how it does. We hope it's a permanent flavor, but you know what happens? The consumer gets to choose and decide, so we'll see how that works.
I hope it's a permanent flavor too. All right, everyone thinks of peaches when you think of spring and summer, and you have incorporated this into yet a new flavor never before seen. Tell me about it.
So it's peaches and cream, and one of the challenges that you have when you want to try to do a really good fruit is if you put big pieces of fruit in there like you would like to do, like our vanilla and cut up peaches, those pieces of fruit turn into a big ice ball. And so this is peach ice cream, a subtle peach background flavor, and then a pretty strong peach preserve. It's offering an explosion of peach, and it's a little sweet, but it's a really good peach preserve kind of flavor, and you don't get the hard ice piece that you might have if it was a actual piece of ice of peach.
It's not overbearing, and you have talked about some other brands where they have a flavor in. You can't taste the ice cream because this is just really overbearing. This is a wow, perfect balance.
Pretty nice.
Perfect balance. We can find this at the Visitor Center at Mayfield Dairy.
Right. Our Visitor Center is open, and of course I go by there in Athens quite often.
Yeah.
And we see school groups there this time of year, and families, and so we're glad to have anybody come visit us.
We're glad to have you visit us
Thank
anytime,
you.
Scotty. Best of luck on these new flavors. They are incredible, and yes, they're available in stores now. Find out more by checking out the Mayfield Dairy website. That is mayfielddairy.com. And here's to you, Scotty, mayfielddairy.com.